Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky on what was a beautiful weekend and an even better Monday. How are we, ladies?
It's beautiful out there.
We good?
Yeah.
Good. Katie, you were telling me today that you went to an event on Saturday night at, where was it again?
Yeah, I was at the Hindu Temple and Cultural Center here.
I was going to say another religion, but I'm like, I've forgotten.
Yeah, it was wonderful, and I had, I love Indian food. I had South Indian food for the first time.
What's the difference between South and North?
I think it's kind of like even if you were in the U.S., you may say, oh, Southern cooking,
Northern, right,
Western.
gotcha.
You know, it's just different foods, but everyone there was so welcoming. It was so much fun. They had a bunch of traditional dance performances, and, and the food was delicious. So it was a lot of fun.
Just down the road from us. And as you can hear, Katie's got her voice back, everyone.
Yes, finally. I got a steroid. The antibiotic didn't work.
You got a what? Steroid?
Steroid.
What does that do? Like just
I don't know.
clear it up?
It clears it up.
Do they put it in your throat?
No, it's not a shot or anything. It's just like a 5-day course of medication that you take.
How are you, Miss Lisa?
Doing great, doing great. Went up to Ohio, visited family, and went to see my niece graduate from Otterbein University.
What did she graduate as?
I have no idea. It was a Bachelor of Arts degree.
Oh.
No, she's
so nothing major.
She's working in physical therapy, occupational therapy, in that arena. So that's where.
Does the Bachelor of Arts degree get you into those?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, evidently it does, because she prefers the occupational. That's where she's really, her focus is right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's
interesting.
She's doing great. We're just happy to see her graduate, and it's been a long journey for her.
Cool.
So very
well,
excited.
that's good. That's good. All right, let's jump straight into the show, everyone. Police are investigating a situation where a viral video shows a pit bull attacking a woman on the New York subway. Now, witnesses say it started when a woman pushed the dog while arguing with its owner. The dog bites the passenger's foot, and others on the subway ask the owner to make it actually stop. Here's the issue here, people. The dog's a service dog. It's a pit bull. Okay?
Right.
Now, the owner of the pit bull has been charged with a misdemeanor. Okay? The question here I get that it could be a service dog. I get that you see them on planes, trains, and automobiles, if you know what I mean. But I also feel that we know the history of a pit bull, and you can see this dog attacking. Now, the owner and the passenger were arguing over the dog while the dog was sitting on the chair, correct?
Okay.
So the dog, obviously, at some point is jacked up, do you know what I mean? And grabs the passenger's foot. The passenger's foot wasn't hurt, but the dog ends up taking the shoe away.
Right.
What qualifies as a service dog?
I know. It's scary. You know, the thing is that if you're going to have a service dog, you really do need to have that dog under control at all times.
Should that dog not have been muzzled?
See, and that's what I was wondering when I watched it too. The thing is service dogs, they, by nature, the way that they're trained, they go through a rigorous, the service dogs for the blind, service dogs for epileptic seizures, things like that, they go through rigorous training. And, to have a violent nature like that, happen on a subway.
Well, any dog will attack you if it is being attacked,
If it is being attacked.
But we don't know whether the dog was actually attacked.
Witnesses say the woman was upset that the dog was on the
twice.
sheet,
the
seat, and witnesses say that she pushed the dog off the seat. So,
does that warrant? But that, to me, these dogs.
Not that it's her fault, but she shouldn't have done that. But should the dog have been on the seat to begin with? So I think you can keep going piece by piece these little things.
You can.
I'm glad no one was hurt, but I don't like it.
Yeah, but I think it's an issue that anyone could. I could say that I have a service dog now as well, because of I'm feeling a little stressed, or I need it because it keeps me calm.
Well, you have to have a therapist certify it. You can't just...
Well, no, because you can get them. We had someone come into the station here, someone I've known for many years, and has his dog as a service dog. Well, there's nothing wrong with my friend. Do you know what I mean?
He just wanted to travel with the dog on planes and things like that?
Yeah, because it's his dog.
Right.
And they used to be in New York, and now they're in LA, and I just... It's not that I've ever said anything to him, but I do think to myself, you got to be kidding me, right?
Right. Well, the passengers should know when you're around a service dog, do not touch the dog. It is not a dog that is to be played with or anything like that. That's something that everyone should understand. These are service dogs for that person. And also, the service dogs do, in my opinion, they do need to be
muzzled.
If they're going to be in groups of people, and if there's any threat whatsoever that the dog may bite or may be aggressive, you got to muzzle it.
I agree.
When you're in public.
I agree. I agree. Hey everyone, tell us what you think. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. Coming up to the next topic that we thought was interesting is there is outrage over Whole Foods market after it decided to partner with an Asian restaurant that has racially charged name. It's called Yellow Fever. And if you don't know what it is, it's a slang term that stands for a white man's attraction to Asian women. Now, the executive chef and co-founder of the restaurant says that it celebrates all things Asian and that they are proud Asian female owners. She later said that the title of the restaurant was meant to be tongue-in-cheek. The reason why this has gone a little bit cray-cray and there's outrage is because Amazon 365 groceries chain, Whole Foods, which is owned by Amazon, of course, has little restaurants starting up in their Whole Foods stores. Now, this one is in Long Beach, California, okay? And that the public are outraged that they're using the name
Yellow Fever.
Yellow Fever, thank you. I couldn't think of it for a minute. Where do you guys stand on that if it's owned by Asian women?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
I mean, I can see why some people are offended by it, and it can be culturally insensitive, but it's America. You have a right to have an offensive name. Just don't shop there. You know, if you're offended by it and you don't think that that should be the name, don't give them your business. So I have no problem with it. I do think it's a little culturally insensitive to have that name, but Whole Foods has every right to, help promote this business. Just don't go there if you don't like it.
I didn't realize what the actual term meant. I just thought it was derogatory towards Asian people. I didn't know.
Just using yellow?
Yeah, I didn't realize what it meant.
I think it is insensitive. But
Yeah. But look, there's also that conversation just recently that's come up about The Simpsons. And it reminded me of this, that there's the Indian character on The Simpsons, and this last few weeks there's been a lot of controversy about that, saying that we should be moving along with the times and not being culturally insensitive, where 10, 15 years ago that type of voice was sort of happening and no one really cared.
Right.
But are we becoming too sensitive now?
Right. Well, I think, with this particular restaurant chain, I mean, they were already in business before Whole Foods got involved. So,
and I believe they've got several stores as well.
They do. And it's Asian owned. She was trying to be tongue in cheek. I think, we tend to go over the top a lot with the sensitivity issues going on. But, at the same time, it is culturally insensitive, and I think that, you can name it whatever you want. You're in America, but if you should expect backlash at any given moment about that. So, and that's what they're getting right now.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that, I think it is culturally insensitive, and I think it's hard to talk about those, if a
Are you
t-shirt
feeling uncomfortable?
or a restaurant, I think it's kind of inappropriate when we talk about, if Black people or Chinese people or Asian people are offended by certain things. When I'm like, I'm white. That's what I'm seeing it through. So I feel like it's not fair for me to say whether it's offensive or not. I can see why it is culturally insensitive, but I think that I see it through the eyes of even whether you realize it or not. We all have that white privilege. So I think that. I don't know, it's so touchy. I think it's insensitive, but I don't know if Whole Foods should partner with them. It's kind of hard.
I got you. Tell us what you think. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. All right, everyone, how fit are you? Researchers say that if you are truly in great shape, there are 6 tests that you should be able to pass with no problem. And before we get to that, Katie and I were talking this morning in my office that you just started back at Orange Theory again, and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And you only did 1 class.
I'm going back today.
Are you going back today? And I thought about this, and I thought it was interesting to bring this up. Now, they're saying that you should be able to do all of these if you think that you are fairly fit. Tell us what you think as well. Now, it's hold a plank pose for 2 minutes.
Wow.
I think I could do that.
Oh, gosh. That's hard. I
can barely hit that minute. I remember
know, that's
we did
hard
it with
too,
Lydia,
with it.
and about that minute I was, couldn't hold
Okay,
myself up.
Yeah.
squat your body weight. I'm telling you, I'm 230 pounds.
Wow.
Squatting.
Yeah. No, I squat.
I think that would kill me.
Yeah. I squat about 70 pounds right now.
Well, that's all you weigh.
No, I don't weigh that. Try
Okay.
twice that. But
I'm finishing 500 meters of rowing in 90 seconds or less. That's that rowing machine, people.
Doug can row like crazy.
Who?
Doug can.
I think it's Duncan. Wait, what?
Duncan, our other intern, mysterious intern.
15 unbroken pull-ups in a row. I just want to know who's putting this together.
Pull-ups?
Katie, you're not saying a word. Can you do any of these?
But I don't think this is to be healthy.
No,
this is just if you're super fit,
no,
right?
No. They say that if you are truly in great shape. So that doesn't mean you have to be super fit. They're just saying that if you say you're fit and in good shape, you should. This is the test that you should be able to do.
I don't know if I've ever in my life been able to do 15 pull-ups at all.
I can't
like in
do
high
one.
school. Or
I think I've done one. All right, next one. Run 1 mile in under 9 minutes.
Yeah,
What do you run?
People can do that. I can run 1 mile in under 9, but more than that, I'm like a 10:30 pace.
Okay.
But I can do one in
Yeah.
under 9, but just one.
Can you just
Barely,
explain?
but I can do it.
Box jump 66% of your height. So if I'm 5'10", does that mean I have to jump like 4 foot? Do you know what that is? 3.5 foot.
Wow.
Do you know what a box is? It's with those big boxes they put on the ground and you jump up onto it.
Right.
I don't know.
That would be
guys.
hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's hard.
It's hard, and I don't think I'd ever want to do it. You've seen all those crazy videos online where people jump up on those steps,
Yeah.
and then they fall over.
Right.
And I see people do this at the gym, and I think, you're nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of the fitness, hey, I forgot to tell you, Lydia? So she was training on the weekend doing her fitness.
Yeah,
We've got
saw
all
that.
the images coming up. Is she in this Friday?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, good.
This
We're
is
going
her
to show
Friday.
all of that. Hey, everyone, a little bit more. Should you tell your potential employer that you are pregnant? A mother-to-be reached the final stage of an interview process and still hasn't told her potential employer that she's expecting. Her husband told her that she should be upfront and honest about her condition. And when she posted her problem in a forum, some of the actual women agreed.
Yeah.
Ladies?
That is something. As an employee, as an employer, I would say yes. I would want to know that information. Would it determine whether or not I was going to hire her or not? It depends on what I'm hiring her for, but most likely not. I'm looking for the person.
Come on, Lisa.
But no, it just depends on what the situation
Yeah,
is.
I agree. I think it depends on the job.
Yes,
Because
it
I've
does.
had friends that have done this because some companies, and it depends what you expect from it.
Yeah.
Because I had a friend that was already pregnant, started a new job. She didn't qualify for the full benefits when she went on maternity leave, but they were fine with it because she was her job was
Okay,
in PR, so she
gotcha.
was able to continue, that whole pregnancy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She did take her time off, but she
I
came
got you
back.
on that
So,
part.
Yeah.
but if it was a manual labor thing that maybe right when you start you can't do
Exactly.
it, maybe disclose that. But I don't think you have to disclose it. I don't know.
You don't have to. You
I
don't
think
have
so.
to, but it depends on the job. I
Yeah.
think you should take it upon yourself. You should own it.
Yeah, I
Whether or
think-
not you need to tell that employer that you're pregnant. But yeah, I mean, if it's going to affect your ability to do that job in any way, then yes. If you're working out of your home, it shouldn't be a problem.
No, I get on that part, but I still think, regardless whether of that job and the job description, I believe you should tell your employer that something like that. You would soon let me tell you, people, you're the first one to say, oh, by the way, I've already got 2 weeks planned and it's already booked. You don't mind saying that.
Yeah.
But what, you can't say you're pregnant and by the way, I'm going to need 4 months off in 6 months' time?
Yeah, I don't know. But then what if the employer's like, oh, by the way, yeah, we're not hiring you because now you're going to go on maternity leave.
but
And then
the employer also doesn't have to say you're not getting employed because you're pregnant.
yeah, but they could. And that's what I worry
could.
about that
Yeah.
happening.
They could.
They could.
And I don't know. I think they could be. It's on either side. It is what it is. Hey everyone, coming up, Bon Voyage, a Lexington band, will be here to show off a sample of their music. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Midday Kentucky.